Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. So
We have the advantage of celebrating the English calendar. But the main pillars of all the New Year resolution,
That's by passion and compassion. That's what we have been doing.
what's going on, everybody? Kiran, how you doing, brother?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. So now let me ask you, in Indian tradition, is your New Year also January 1st?
We just celebrate regardless of where the Happy New Year
There's just, you love to party.
We love to party. We love to celebrate. But answering serious question, the calendars are different. We have the advantage of celebrating the English calendar, so also our own calendar. But the main pillars of all the New Year resolution, I don't think we have any resolutions for our religious calendar.
Oh, got you.
Right?
All right.
We have all, so we have all the resolutions for the English calendar only. And there are some serious resolutions that people have, not just Indians, but everybody have a fitness goal. And
Well, that's a great segue because today beginning the brand new year, fitness goals, New Year's resolutions, and we've got a couple of guests that you've invited along. And we're going to talk about how to get motivated for maybe one of the biggest things that you also might be interested in doing here at the start of the year.
yes, absolutely. So I never had my fitness journey ever in my life because we were so busy building businesses, helping clients. But I did have my journey kind of initiated, and thanks to Sunil and Manisha. I want to thank them for that because I got my cues on how to eat right and how to consistently have my regular workout schedule, which is just go for a walk.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be that simple, right?
It is that simple, and I didn't realize it could be that simple until I joined the group and I started to read different things from the group. So I wanted to have Sunil and Manisha introduce yourself, talk about where you started and where you are with this group.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kiran and Shin. It's an honor to join here and talk about what we have been doing for the last 2 years.
Yeah, happy to have
So, I'm a software engineer. I'm in QA automation. That's my passion. And I'm a health activist, I would say. Me and my wife, we both do these activities. We try to motivate people towards fitness. That's by passion and compassion. That's what we have been doing. So we have this fitness group where we have close to 500 people. Out of that, say at any point of time, we have steps challenges. So at least 100 people are walking with us.
Right.
Yeah. And then we have a lot of different challenges hosted for the group where we will do a salad challenge, or we will do some fitness activity like a workout challenge, core workout, maybe planks, or maybe just jumping, anything like that. So different activities and eat healthy. This time for the new year, we also added 7 hours of sleep. So to indicate that rest is also important. So we have.
So I'm totally into that activity. So
You got that down?
yes, completely.
You got that completely down.
So you started this group when, and you both co-admin it, or you have different admins?
We both are co-admins, but last year, 2021, I think August or September, we were 7 or 8 people who came together from a social meetup group.
So August of last year,
Yeah.
and you're at 500 now.
Last year, okay, we already changed the year, 2021.
Got you. So that's fantastic. growth.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I love it.
500
That's
people.
amazing.
Yes.
And so the group is found on what? It's on WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's on WhatsApp.
Okay. And so if someone wants to participate in this group, first off, where can they find you?
They need to reach out to one of the admins somehow. Maybe even if they reach out to Kiran, I can share the group link with him. And
Yeah, we can put that in a description. They can do that pretty easily.
So what is the criteria for people to join?
no cry.
Is there a health test or anything?
No, nothing.
Yes, sir. We're good.
So for new people to join, we have to make sure. I've already hit the group. So it's open for everyone.
Yes.
Right? But I see there is a lot of Indians in there only.
Yeah,
Is it
because,
restricted to India? Not so much.
No.
Because our physique is kind of I mean, we are not as hand protective when it comes to this. When it comes to building computers, we can be.
You've got that.
We got that completely figured out. But it's open for everyone.
It's open for everyone, but the reason we started with the Indian community is because we understand the culture and the food better for Indian people
100%.
because we have that kind of background.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the great thing about fitness, though, is because it's so ubiquitous. Everybody can be healthy and everybody can participate. And the things that you're asking people to do, it sounds very simple.
Yeah.
And you showed me the WhatsApp, and you've got some tracking features that you've created, right? And I think that's one of the most important things because, Kiran, I don't know if you were ever told this, but in KW, one of the things that we talked about was, what you measure expands, right?
Exactly.
So
you have to measure.
you have to measure
100%.
things, right?
And even in businesses, we talked about this. Unless you measure something, there is no way you're going to keep track and get better with that.
Right. And so you hit, I don't know if you did that intentionally or just intuition, but you hit upon one of the most key things for success, not only in life, but business, love, whatever it might be, is tracking your progress. Right.
Yes.
So how key and fundamental is that to the group and its success?
Very important because when I started my journey, I used to have an Excel sheet printed and I used to write, I need to drink one smoothie, I need to take multivitamins if needed, I need to sleep for 7 hours, I need to drink 3 liters of water, I need to run 2 miles. So this used to be my list. And to do it for everyone, I mean, just paper and pen might not work. So I wanted to make it digital. So that's why the tool, the website, and that's why the challenges are there.
I'll share a little story of mine. When I was in India, I have never done any workout or any single exercise. But after I came in year 2016, Columbus, Ohio, that was my first place and worst place, I would say. It was like snow all the way. I was not into like what to do, what not to do. So I just started with my workout. I remember my first day on treadmill. I was very scared of that treadmill. Why it's running very fast. And suddenly I started my journey with fitness and explored myself. And it became passion for myself.
Yeah.
And now it's like I don't want to go in that phase again. And I want to live my life peacefully. That's my lifetime motive that pushes me to go and do your work.
That's great.
I love that.
When I started to really walk, what was my biggest motivation? The biggest motivation is to just be fit. The goal was never to be a bodybuilder. I know if I want to, I can build muscle. You know that. But that was not the goal. But being
I
consistent.
just visualized you as a bodybuilder right now, and it was pretty intense and scary.
Yes.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So that's why even I didn't go down that path. But doing it consistently is so important. I mean, I have come to realize that consistency is a key, more than actually having to do the intense workouts in the beginning. Having consistency in your calendar to do it regularly at this time is something that we have to get in, right? The group, what are the things that you want them to follow?
Okay. So just being in the group, I think it's helping a lot of people. So let's say when I started the group, I did not know that thyroid can be fixed. I know at least 3 people in the group who had hypothyroid, and they got rid of it without medicines, just with activity and food.
Oh, that's awesome.
A lot of people who used to have pre-diabetes, and the A1C, the hemoglobin A1C number, that indicates if it goes above 5.7, you are pre-diabetic. People used to have, say, 6.2, 6.3, they brought it down to 5.5, and they're not sure pre-diabetic anymore. So many people have done it. There are people who lost 40 pounds, 45 pounds. So steps challenge, definitely they are part of the steps challenge. And apart from that, some of them might be running, some of them are going for strength training. So it can be any physical activity. You can just go and play cricket or volleyball or any game you like, any hobby, or just go for dancing. So some physical activity has to be there. Your food has to be optimized. You need to know, at least you need to understand what you are eating. Is it helping your body or not?
Yeah.
Is it just empty, like without nutrition food that you are putting in your body? or it's helping you in some way, the type of meditation or yoga or some breathing exercises or some prayers. It can be anything. Just calm down your nervous system the first thing in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
So you start on a good note and then you are focused in other things.
One of the things I do in the morning before I wake up, or I'm awake, right? But I'm in bed, and I always do a moment of gratitude, and I think about all the things I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic way to start the morning with just peace and clarity and kind of a go-getter attitude for the rest of the day, right? So I 100% agree with that approach. And it's prayer, meditation, yoga. I mean, all those things, they kind of hit the same parts of the mind and the soul, right? Yeah.
So the challenge is self-motivation and being part of a community wherein you are able to relate and then incorporate that into your calendar. So that is the challenge. Knowledge is never the problem. If you want to learn how to do whatever, how to build a gun, you can do it,
Right
right?
to the university.
Yes, yes, you can do everything. But then what Manisha and Sunil are doing with the group is they're bringing the community together. And that's what I really like about, like, even I think yesterday or today they were talking about somebody lost like 30 kilos or something.
20 kg in 3 months.
20 kgs. See, I like to talk about
26.
pounds, right? Pounds, that means if it's 30 kilos, that means I don't know how many pounds, maybe like 50 pounds or something. But they're talking in kilos, and she lost so many kilos. And she was showing the weighing scale. She took the picture and put it in the WhatsApp. So that is really motivating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys doing that is effective.
Well, I want to say one thing I really like about what you guys approach, and I think this is kind of a guideline for whether it's personal life, love life, business, whatever it is. Action is the key.
Doing it.
Right? And you're not saying to people, you have to do XYZ, you have to do weight training, you have to do CrossFit, you have to do this. You're saying do anything, do whatever it is that inspires you, motivates you, right? Because I'll give you my girlfriend, she loves to rock climb. That's the only really big physical activity stuff that she likes. The gym, forget about it. She hates it. Me, I love the gym. I love going there. I love lifting heavy weights, doing all that kind of stuff. But I grew up doing that kind of stuff in school. She didn't, but rock climbing is her physical activity. And not limiting my partner to do the kind of things that I have to do, she can get fulfillment and equal benefit doing something else, right? And I enjoy rock climbing too, but that's like the only thing. And you guys are taking that same approach where you're saying, it doesn't matter what it is you love. Cricket, volleyball, walking, whatever.
So there are many groups for that too. Volleyball, cricket, table tennis, anything. Like whatever group you want, whatever hobbies you are into, just go into that group and just join.
Yeah.
No, actually, another thing I want to share my story wherein when we got married, before we had the kids, we both were trying to explore and do stuff that we both like, right?
Right.
So we both used to go to the Intel gym. That time we both used to work at Intel. So we both went to the Intel gym diligently every day. And then after we had the kids, the schedules completely got scattered.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? And then my wife told me that you don't have to wait for me to go work out or do whatever exercise you have. So once she told me that explicitly, once we have the partner release you, because otherwise I was feeling bad if I was going to the gym by myself because she's stuck with the kids, right?
Right.
So
You're a good husband, man.
Yes.
You're very thoughtful. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a great husband. But
We get that on tape.
So releasing ourselves from the shackles or the bottlenecks, either being obligated, like self-obligation, sometimes saying, okay, if I have to be with my wife watching this movie and not just getting out and doing our own activity at our schedule, was relieving for me. So now that we have the freedom, I go for a walk at my time, and also having individual time is good. We just talked about having the community participation, but we spending time with ourselves, we talked about in our mastermind group. So I need time for myself, right? The best time you get for yourself is when you're either working out or walking. That way you can have your own time. So you can double up that way. When you're doing the meditation or gratitude, you have time for yourself. And having a group like this is the community side. But then as part of that, you pick your activity and you get to spend time with yourself. And that self-time is so important, I feel. What do you think?
That's definitely very important. Even I start my day with like 15 to 20 minutes of either breath work or some meditation.
Yeah.
So the meditation that I follow it starts with compassion, like visualizing compassion. That is what powers me to keep doing it for the community.
Absolutely.
And the visualization covers like the whole planet
Right?
is part of your compassion. It's just one with you. So
Yeah.
that, I think, in the mind, that makes me not separate other people and have compassion to anything or everyone that I come across. That's why we can try to help everyone that we come across. It's not just the fitness community actually. We have close to 2,500 people in the community. It's not just fitness. We have a fitness group. We have close to 1,000 people in a social meetup group. So the meetup group is extension of fitness, because if you don't have friends, you are lonely,
Yeah.
stress, and
So you guys meet face to face or it's virtual?
we meet face to face every few weeks.
So we'll have to look good to be there, right? Everybody's fitness freak. You can't be fat and show.
What if you're a new guy, though, right? Then
Yes.
you get applauded. The new guy's here. He's
Yeah.
got the changes.
Yeah, I'm just joking, but I think that's good that you guys are even meeting face to face.
We were going, so we were looking into fitness group or something like that, to people who are interested into fitness, but we are not finding anyone. So we thought, like, let's create one and let's gather people around.
make a community.
That's great, because see, that's what they say, right? You become the 5 people that you interact with.
Exactly.
And for me and Shane, it was so important that we interact with people with similar kind of thoughts, wherein you want to aspire to be one of them. And if your circle is bad, if you are just into routine stuff, you become one of them.
Yeah. Well, and
It's terrific.
I think for me, one of the things I learned really quickly was being around people who are apathetic to life, who just kind of let life happen to them, wasn't really conducive to the goals that I had, who I wanted to be as a person. And it sounds like what you guys had the same approach. We're like, okay, we're not finding the thing that we want. Let's go create it. And that is 100% an entrepreneur thing. So if you're starting a business, you probably have an idea or something where you see there's a need in the market for your talent, your skill, whatever it might be. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go create that. Right. Yeah. And one of the things that you built into the feature of your group is one of the key elements of being successful. And that's just simply tracking your progress. You don't have to hit a home run every single day, but you have to get up to bat every single day, right?
Yes. And then in closing, I wanted to add a few things. First is, for people who never heard of this group, do you think you have enough room to have more people, or you like to keep it small this way?
No, so WhatsApp recently increased the group size to 1,000 people. So we have room to at least 500 people.
5 more hundred people. So 5 more hundred people. Yes, 5 more hundred people.
Yeah.
So for people who are new, who joined, who are inactive,
Do this. Let's end with you. How do you address somebody in that situation who isn't engaging because they're afraid, they got whatever it is, that barrier that's holding them back? What would you say to somebody?
Yeah. So I would say it's not your time yet, because if it was your time, you would be running, you would be doing everything in your power to survive. And that moment could be, it can be so many things. One of them can be a doctor telling you, okay, you have only 2 years to live if you don't change your life. Okay. Or you see someone, some tragedy in the family or in your social circle, because that is one thing why the group became serious for me. Is like in last 7 years, there were 8 incidents in my social circle. I when I was in different places in the country, there were 8 instances of heart attacks and strokes within the age groups 30 to 40. This is how serious it is. And we can't see that kind of suffering. So that's why we have been pushing a lot of people, educating, okay, get your annual checkup done. So that is another thing. If you get your annual checkup done, your cholesterol is off, or maybe you are pre-diabetic. Doctor will tell you, okay, you need to take it very seriously. That is the day you will ask for a step challenge. Okay, give me some workout. Okay, give me something. I want to do something, and you will get very serious. Yeah. Until then, most of the people are living in ignorance, and that's okay, because again, it's not their time. But if it was their time, we will not need to motivate them. They will be motivated. It has to come from within. Same thing. Like a lot of people might be working on their New Year resolutions, right? 90% of them stop within 2 weeks.
It's true. Because they had an external force that they think that they had to do it for.
Yeah.
But until it comes from inside, you say, like,
So
being successful in anything goes back to those two words you use, passion and your compassion.
Yeah. Pick that activity. That's number one. And the second thing is to do it consistently. Right? So those are my takeaways. What about you, Shay?
Man, I got the same takeaways you did, and I really love your combination of passion and compassion. Be passionate about what you do and allow that to fill your compassion to be able to go out, create abundance in your life so you can do more for others.
Yes. So
yeah, and why you do it is also very important. So I see your son was sitting here, and he is seeing you today doing the podcast and doing a lot of amazing stuff, and he's learning from you. He'll model after you. He'll be learning so many things from you. If you were someone who is not physically active and you are not healthy, those things will also be picked from you. He'll model after you in that area as well.
that's a big motivator right there.
Yeah. So if not for you, do it for your kids, because intentionally or unintentionally, you are messing up with their lives if you are not being a good role model.
That's powerful.
With that, Happy New Year, everybody. Take care till next time.
Do I get to do it?
Yeah.
Sure.